Okay, so now that we've got the walls set up, or that parapet wall set up especially, in the TOW floor plan, we can make the roof and have it pitch from the back edge of this wall on the right. So just on the architecture tab, I'm going to click on the roof tool. Not choosing any sub options, I'm just clicking right where it says roof on that big button. Oh, on the architecture tab. So, yeah. TOW, yeah, top of wall, yeah. So then I'm going to make sure define slopes turned on, and I'm going to choose the edge on the right hand side of that that rear wall, and right away I'm going to click on the angle. Define slope, it should be on the options bar, the tick box on the top left.
Define slope on or off?
On. So it should be on if you haven't changed it. Yeah. 11, yeah. Right, so now I'm going to turn define slope off. Yeah, I picked the edge on the right and I set the slope to 11. Yep. Yep. And then change that angle. So the angle will come up, it'll be 30, and just change that to 11. So, so just go to the green tab. Yeah, and then just go pick walls. So in the draw panel, the last button. So where you've got all the shapes. In the right? Yeah, there. Yeah, the last button. Yeah. On the right. No, the right-hand side. Very right. So the end of the building. Yep. That's, yeah. And then you can change the angle. So you're going to click on where it's 30 and change that to 11. Okay, so then once you've chosen that edge and set the slope, you need to make sure define slope's turned off. And then you can choose the top edge of the main wall, and then the bottom edge of the wall on the southern boundary. Now, to pick the last wall, I've got to use a different option because we want it to go to a particular side of that wall, and it won't do what we want automatically. So in the draw panel, it would have been on pick walls, but to pick that last edge, you've got to change to pick lines.
Yep. Let's choose lines.
Yeah, and then choose the edge on the right-hand side of that wall. So you should have essentially defined a rectangle, and I'm going to then use trim to corner to disconnect all those corner points.
Then you might want a pink hash on that line that we just...
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'll have a look at it in a sec, but yeah, that should be right. Okay, so I'm just going to finish it and then have a look at it in a 3D view. You can see then it's basically correct, but I've got to put the eaves in still, and I've also got to maybe change the thickness.
So Kenny, what did you do after you picked that last line?
Oh, tick to finish. Yep. But you need to trim first before you do that. So I'll have a look in a sec. So, okay, so I'm just going to select this this roof in the 3D view, and I'm going to change it to a generic 125mm thickness for now. But to put the eaves in, I'm going to go back to TOW, select it, edit footprint. Oh, it might be your slope, so I'll have a look at that. So, okay, so I'm just going to select this edge on the right now and change the overhang on the options bar to, what was it, 150? I think. Just double check that. Oh no, 250, sorry. Yep. So you need to select the line that has the pitch
So you select the degree?
or the slope. Yeah, so you have to go to edit footprint. So you've got to select that line. So just press escape and then you can select that line.
So, sorry, you can edit
Yeah, and then on the options bar you'll see overhang.
options bar.
Yeah, you need to select, so press escape if you've got something active and then you can select it. On the options bar, no, the option bar is the green bar. Yeah. So you've got overhang there and it's 0, you can just type in 250. So I'll show you one interesting thing before I finish this video. So if you finish it after you've changed the overhang and then have a look in your section, what you should see is that roof, the corner of it, also the point that sits on the wall, is sitting at the height of TOW, and when it extends that overhang out, it goes down below the level. So this level here, TOW, is setting the height of the roof, but it's clever enough to know that the bottom of the roof should then come out below that. Yeah, and that, if you're wondering why you use pick walls instead of pick lines, that's actually the reason. It's to do with the way you build the roof, not so much the way the shape's created.
So if just overhang is shadowed out, it doesn't have the wrong roof.
Oh yeah, I'll show you that in a sec. So, so the very last thing, if you have time, I'll come and have a look at this with you anyway, but you can select those 3 walls that sit under the roof and then use attach top base and select the roof and we'll extend them up so that they touch. And that's pretty close to the way this building's built. So I just used attach top base, so I'll come and I'll show you, but I'll just finish the video there.